Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking an update on Deion Sanders' son, SHEDEUR Sanders, and the ratings as to why people think that SHEDEUR Sanders' slide was a scheme set up by the NFL. There's all these types of stories and things that are coming out now, but the reason why that is not landing is because of the following. So, normally people usually watch the first day of the draft, which is Thursday nights. However, usually people do not watch typically days 2 and 3 of the draft, which is Friday and Saturday, unless you're like diehard, unless like your team, you're like really rooting for your team and all of their picks, or you're rooting for specific players to get drafted. But thanks to the star power of SHEDEUR Sanders, days 2 and 3 of the 2025 NFL Draft saw major viewership boosts across ESPN2, NFL Network, and ABC. The broadcast averaged 7.3 million viewers, marking a 40% jump compared to last year's numbers. Sanders' presence and high-profile storylines surrounding the draft helped turn the traditionally slower days of the event into must-watch television. Analysts are crediting his popularity along with growing interest in the new class of prospects for revitalizing fan engagement throughout the weekend. The spike in ratings could signal a shift in how the NFL approaches its draft coverage moving forward, with more emphasis on individual stars driving excitement beyond just the first round. So there's been some people who've been trying to say, oh, well, SHEDEUR Sanders was never going to go in the first round and all this and that. And there's like articles now trying to come out and backtrack and say that there was issues with his interviews or issues with his attitude, or blaming his father, Deion Sanders, and all of this and all of that. And here's the thing, y'all. Here is the thing. Why didn't we hear any of this before? We only heard the one hit piece back in March, which I've referenced in a previous video from Josina Anderson, in which a NFL exec just like completely dragged SHEDEUR Sanders, and the receipts that Josina Anderson had was that this was not true across what other NFL executives were saying. And this was shortly after, the rumors were they were trying to get Deion Sanders to leave the NCAA and coach in the NFL and coach an NFL team. No. So I'm not surprised. And again, I feel it's all a scheme. You can still go to the NFL's Instagram page right now, the Instagrammies, and see who is pinned first, which is SHEDEUR Sanders being picked by the Browns. The second pin is Travis Hunter, who was the number 2 pick, and then the third pick is the number 1 pick, Cam Ward. No. And then when like I said, the Browns, sent off several tweets, promoting the fact that SHEDEUR Sanders was picked. They had immediate clips, immediate access to his stream, but it sounds like not everybody on the Browns was on board with this pick as well. So there's drama, is what it sounds like, because the GM and the coach did not have the same enthusiasm as they had for other picks. this was giving a pick. I don't know. There's rumors that this might have been picked by the owner, Jimmy Haslam, and everything else, but we don't know, and we're not going to know for a long time. All I know is the rookie camp is going to be interesting. All I know is training camp is going to be interesting, and who makes the 53-man roster on the Cleveland Browns, because again, there are 5 quarterbacks in the QB room. I understand Deshaun is injured and everything else, but until they waive him or decide what they're going to do with him, he's still technically on the team, right? And there's still Kenny Bissett on the team. There's still Joe Flacco, who they recently signed. And then you draft 2 quarterbacks. And if I am Dylan Gabriel, I'm pissed off. If I am Dylan Gabriel, I am pissed off because what the welly? Why am I here if y'all picked SHEDEUR Sanders? And already people are trying to make controversy out of nothing, because finally after SHEDEUR getting drafted, there was an after party that they held out in Texas, and I believe Young Miami was there and some other celebrities was there. And so people incorrectly reported that SHEDEUR Sanders was flashing around $100,000, and Deion Sanders had to come out and tweet and say, no. My son basically was gifted $1 million. So it was in, it looked like it was in like Louis Vuitton, I think, briefcases or what have you, that he was gifted $1 million for being drafted and being signed by the Browns by, I forgot who the person was that gifted him this, but nonetheless, he was putting all of that on display. But again, I think anything and everything SHEDEUR Sanders is going to do is going to be critiqued, is going to be scrutinized. And the problem is, you know, this is the same team, the Cleveland Browns, that had Johnny Manziel, that had Baker Mayfield, that had people who had no problem being outspoken, who had no problem being flashy and all of the things. But here's the thing, you cannot do this when you are black, right? You can't do this when you're black. And I feel like the NFL is really trying to hone in on all this. Oh, you got to be good for the corporate man. You got to act this way. You got to be professional and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. They don't want to, you know, basically, like I said, they don't want you to exhibit displays that show that you do not need the NFL. And that's what really bothers them the most. You know, they know that, you know, SHEDEUR Sanders and Shiloh Sanders came from a good family, came from a successful family, and Deion Sanders, so they don't need the NFL, right? However, they still wanted to humble him. They still wanted to make an example of him, which just wasn't okay, which was not okay, which was not right to see, which was not fun to watch, you know, as a viewer. So a lot of fans said that part of what they're going to do is they're going to support SHEDEUR Sanders separately and support his merchandise and support his jersey if he decides to sell his own jersey on his own website, and not to give the coins to the NFL. It already is coming out. It's already being reported, y'all, that this is the 3rd highest rookie jersey sales already. And it's only been a couple of days since the draft is concluded. Already, SHEDEUR Sanders is top 3 in sales for the rookie jersey for this upcoming season. So people can talk about, well, we don't even know if he's going to play or not, if he's even going to make the roster, or this is a long-term plan by the Browns. He won't be QB1 till, you know, next season, a year from now, and da-da-da-da. No. He's going to be on the field somewhere. Best believe, y'all. Best believe. He's going to be on the field somewhere, because there is too much attention on this. There is too much eyeballs on this, and it's going to be a distraction if he does not play. So he's going to play, you guys. He'll be playing. It's just a matter of, you know, not if, not when, but is it going to be on Cleveland? right? Because you're going to have to do something with Dylan Gabriel. You're going to have to do something with some of these other quarterbacks, right? And that is going to be the story, and that is going to be the circus that is going to surround the Cleveland Browns, where there's always controversies with the quarterback position. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.